Hey guys, and welcome back to the shop. I want to thank y'all so much for all the new subscriptions and new viewers. It's been really awesome just seeing the numbers go up with Dolly the Mustang on the channel now. But Dolly's over there, got a nice path clear in the shop. We're going to put her up on the lift and take a look under it. So I'm going to work on getting that in there, and then I also want to work on probably going to cut the pieces of angle iron out that go between the frame and the rear end so that's not a hardtail anymore. So let's check that out. Dolly in the shop. Man, this thing sounds good with that second muffler taken off, doesn't it?
Oh, fresh.
Well, there you go, folks. That's Dolly doing a real muscle car burnout. Look at that. Cleaned up the floor and everything in here. Dang, I think I have to set up a fan to blow all this freaking smoke out. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but it's still smoky as heck in here. But got the lift arms under Dolly. So let's see how immaculate she is underneath. What you laughing at, brother?
Oh my goodness.
You don't know nothing about doing wheelies, brother.
I know something about welding on the axles. Oh my goodness.
Don't worry about that, brother.
Well.
Oh yeah, Chris has got the new bad to the bone light.
Yeah.
Got the extension cord. Y'all learn anything yet?
Oh, it's exciting.
That's the major concern right there.
Yeah, that's there.
Ain't much left.
No.
This side has the angle iron, a little fabrication work. But man, the floors are pretty solid, huh? They even use the factory bolt holes for the seat.
Oh, that's nice.
And they use that right to the frame. Good fuel line. Dang, man.
Well, it doesn't look too awful.
No, and that's, you know, that's not too bad there. Stuff like that. That's part of doing racing, brother. Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah, maybe a little witness mark, as they call it there.
A little bump and run.
This is that in the rear as well.
This is Swiss cheese for getting the front in the air.
Yeah, it's definitely.
A little lightweight action.
Speed holes.
Look at that. The oil.
Yeah, it's oil.
It's got oil. Look at that pan. Looks good, man.
Yeah, it's blue.
Ain't rusty. And that's where all that beautiful freedom flows out for everyone to hear. Drive shaft is
Tube length.
in. So I think the biggest items, you know.
I mean, I was expecting that to be all caved in. That's not bad at all.
Well, it's not. This side, you know, it's got a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna cut this loose somewhere and then attach a slide hammer to it and just try to pull that back down. I'll put like a transmission jack under it here and pound her down a little bit. But man, pretty clean.
Definitely the rear bumper's been pushed in an inch or so.
Well, that's from doing wheelies, man. That's all that. Yeah, well, hey.
Well, now you know it works.
What was that designed for?
Right, exactly.
This is engineering at work, guys.
Parked right next to me, Ma.
It could have been.
Oops.
Or they just backed in some guy's Corvette. Who knows?
Yeah, somebody was trying to remove that fuel tank.
Man, they make that long, man. Look at that.
Yeah,
Big old long
try to
rusty.
make it short.
Yeah. They start. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's all right.
That's fine.
Well, they probably had to weld it back for the counterweight.
These rails are not nearly as bad as I had feared.
No. And you know, a lot of people are asking, so about shocks and springs and stuff, and I plan to put some different stuff in here, but it does still have all that. So
It's already got aftermarket front coil springs, man.
does it?
Absolutely.
Oh wow, I wonder if those are Moroso.
But you know what?
Like, they look super.
It's gonna need sway bar bushings.
Oh
Yeah.
and probably a new serpentine belt.
You know, and I saw up here that this bushing is also gone bad.
Yep, gonna need a little bit of,
Behind here,
that bushing is bad.
right here.
So don't get any rust in your eye. It's part of owning a vintage
Also,
muscle car, brother.
This has
Might get a little rust in your eye.
AC spark plugs.
Oh, it does. It doesn't have the Densos anymore. Wow.
I think someone's been trying to rob you of power.
Yeah. Them's are Chevy plugs. We got a lot of Chevy fans watching the channel. It might get a Chevy transmission one day.
I like my shit.
Maybe a motor for a minute. Yeah, I love Chevys and GMCs and Cutlasses and all sorts of GM stuff, but Dolly's a Ford.
That's right. I do like these headers.
Yep, BBKs, they're nice. They're really nice ball and socket flange there.
It's got O2 sensor ports
Yeah.
already built in.
Don't burn your finger. Yeah, it's nice. If I put a EFI kit on or something, or even a MSD grid, I could use those.
These transmissions are going through.
Yeah, they're saying it probably could have been. I mean,
No, it's got the cover on it.
well, it's built
Never
in.
been touched.
Well, you're right.
It's got the lower.
Yep, so it's never been
untouched.
gone through if that's there. Drive shaft, not too bad. No forklift marks or anything like that. Little companion flange back here.
It's weird that the majority of the rust is like right in the very front here.
Well, so with the rust, if you can tell, that fender liner opens up on top of where the K-member bolts, and I think, just driven around the salt up in Ohio, it all got loaded in the frame rails, so it just rusted, and then obviously the battery acid on this side got a hold over a little bit. And you're right, Chris, it definitely needs sway bar end links. Man. One good thing about this is the torque boxes aren't ripped out or anything. They start tearing out right around here.
No one's
A lot of
done
things.
any kind of funny business with the rear
No,
suspension.
this is
either.
probably one owner. Grandma's,
Well, a lot
Sunday.
of guys do those tubular arms, and they don't have good bushings, and it'll mess up
Yeah,
the factory boxes and all that.
they
It's
kept
no
these
good.
exactly. They kept this factory proper. No Heim joints in this one.
At some point, this became Bluetooth.
Yep, that's a Bluetooth sending unit there. So that's probably why the cage doesn't work.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah, might. You could have unplugged that, but
Yeah. Check that for corrosion. Go upstream from there.
overall pretty solid. I think this is where I'm going to start though. I'll liberate these. I'll keep them. Look at that, it's still got the Everbuilt Home Depot. I know a lot of y'all remember Derek's video, and I guess we got the same kind of situation here with the belt. This is actually a smog pump delete. It's a racing part, and I guess you don't quite line up perfectly, so I'll have to do something to rectify that. But it's hanging on there pretty good. I mean, y'all heard it hit the chip at like $7 grand a few times, so might be worth keeping. All right, so before we get
Bro,
working on Dolly here,
Your
there's
face
one
looks
thing-
crazy.
All right. So before we get working on Dolly here, there's one thing that a lot of you asked about, and that is the steering column shutoff feature or something. So we're gonna start the car up. Oh, gotta hook the battery back on. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's see all the sparks fly.
Yeah. So let's see. All right. Do you remember what the deal was? It's like you pull on it or something?
I don't remember. There it goes.
Maybe full lock. It's not doing it, but I do have a theory. So this key goes to the door and this goes to the column. And there's a possibility they might have changed the column or something. I'm not sure, but I couldn't get it to cut off just then, and I haven't had it happen yet. So definitely something to keep in mind, but maybe I'll try one more time. Maybe that's to be in gear. I don't know. I guess sometimes these old cars just kind of fix themselves sometimes. So hopefully it stays fixed. But I've got some new switches coming as well as a new gas tank and stuff. So maybe we'll take a look at it and see if anything's loose. But hopefully that answers your question on that one.
What you get in the box?
A vital component of Dolly has arrived, but we'll smash. So we're gonna see what it looks like in there.
Yeah. Is this a new engine?
I hope it's a new engine.
That'd be cool.
Awesome. Haven't even ordered one.
Oh.
Somebody's ahead of me.
Sounds hollow.
Oh, not a new engine, but probably just as important.
Oh. Barbecue. Wow.
This is a new gas tank for Dolly.
Nice.
Yeah. How's it look?
Looks like a gas tank.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's
Not
pretty cool.
smashed or anything, just the box.
Oh.
That's built Dolly tough right there. Gonna be working on the fuel system on this thing. The old portable tank in the back seat's probably not gonna cut it for,
Yeah.
you know.
It's funny because that old one looks shiny.
It does, but it's been painted. So if you watched Vice Grip Garage's video, you'd see that he is determined that it was just had the little Sherwin-Williams rebuild, we call it. But this one should be devoid of rust on the inside.
Yeah,
So
that's a bonus.
That's going to be
Oh, that's pretty nice.
And it's from our neighbors in Canada.
Oh, hey.
Spectre Premium via Rock Auto. Awesome.
Nice.
This will be great.
First major part.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on cutting these pieces of angle iron loose from the rear axle housing. And then I'm going to kind of drop the axle down so that I can cut this one out of the way. And this one, the frame is kind of pushed in where it's welded on. So I want to support the frame like with the transmission jack, and then take a slide hammer and see if I can kind of straighten that out a little bit before I cut it off. But let's check that out right now. All right, here's one. There's two. All right, cool. So axle should be loose now. Oh yeah, perfect. All right, so we're working on Dolly, and check out what just happened to come in the mail. Ooh. This is going to be really helpful. So I bought both sides, but this particular one is the passenger side front frame rail, It's Fox rails, front rail. It's a bunch of plates and even the reinforcement tubes and all that kind of stuff that I'm gonna have to work on welding in there, but that should fix that super rusted out frame rail. And also from late model restoration supply,
Box.
got all the new marker lights for Dolly.
Ooh,
Check these out.
nice.
Daniel Carpenter, it's Dennis Carpenter's son, pretty sure. Does a bunch of Mustang stuff, but got nice new turn signals and marker lights and stuff. Also picked up some struts for the hatch. I try to get that where it'll stay up.
Not bust your head.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's helpful and you can use that. And these are all kits. Even have light bulbs and mounting stuff and all this for the lights. Here's a hardware kit. I think this one's for the, yeah, this is for the hatch. Got hood hardware, hinge repair stuff. These are nice studs for those marker lights that screw into the back and mount to the bumper. Mounting nuts with built-in washers, and even got a little clip to hold the hood prop rod in place.
Cool.
So that's going to be really sweet. Oh yeah, check it out. Here's like the hood hardware and stuff to get all that sorted out.
Oh, excellent.
The hood was loose when I bought the car. They're nice enough to hook me up with the hood and hatch, but a lot of the bolts were missing. So that's kind of part of what I'm working on here. And oh, and then here's, I guess this is part of the mounting for the side markers, but these are really nice, original tooling. So should be real pretty looking on Dolly, but we'll be checking that out kind of in videos to come. The big one's going to be that frame rail. That's really important to get in there.
It's going to be some work.
Structure. It is going to be some work. So we're going to be checking that out soon. But parts are starting to come in. Getting really excited about the project. All right, so got the slide hammer set up with this piece of angle iron here. I actually had part of a gear puller set on this, and I used it to pull out pilot bearings for like the manual transmission input shaft, the little pilot bushing in the back of the crankshaft before. I'm going to see if this setup can work. Yeah, I think so. If I just drill a hole through that, I think I could bolt this together and that'd be perfect. Check it out. I was thinking originally was planning to drill the hole in this web, but since it was welded to the axle with this one, I think that would work maybe even better. Let's see if this will do it. Let's give this thing a shot. Does that look any different? Still has that bulge. I think I should tap on that bulge with the hammer. I will say it's welded on pretty dang well, huh?
Maybe you need a shyster forklift.
Man, the shyster forklift would be. Yep. I think I should move this piece over here.
No.
For sure, keep it there.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. I think it's starting to pop out.
Maybe. I think you need to tighten the nut and bolt.
Yeah.
Because you're losing so much.
Let's do that. It's a weird thing about a 7/16 bolt. It's 5/8 on one side and 11/16 on another.
That moved.
I think it's moving.
That definitely moved, at least.
Look at that
first.
thing.
Yeah.
That's hating it, but think more here, or should I move to this surface? Might be interesting to do that. What do you think? See how it's kind of caved in there next to that assembly hole? Worth a shot, or? Man, this thing is really pushed in there. Been pounding it pretty hard with a slide hammer. This isn't the best setup ever, but used it before, and I'm just going to try to stick this in the hole in the frame rail there and see if I can pull that sheet metal or frame metal down a bit. Nope. That's just sliding off. It's not doing good. Alright, I put it on this way. It's a lot better on the outside, and I think I'll be able to get it on like that and keep it hooked to that metal. Well, it's moving it a little bit. It's kind of grabbing part of it though. All right, getting close. Yeah, I think that's as far as we're going. I think the metal's torn a little bit, so I'll have to get that welded back, but this part's pretty much right back where it needs to be, so I'll cut this out of the way and kind of see, we'll see what we got left and fix that up, get it back right. Oh man. Well, that's not great. There's my frame. Oh well, let's weld a piece back in there and smooth it out. All right, so what I'm going to work on next, now that I've torn a hole in the frame there, I'm going to work on, I'm going to make a patch for that, weld it in really nicely, but I also need to work on cutting this out. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and remove this fuel line and this fuel tank, just because I'm going to be making sparks and working in this area. And this kind of runs all the way up with the factory hard line. It kind of tucks up into there and ends right here at this bolt. Maybe Derek ran this, or somebody. Definitely used to go to the fuel pump, you know, where it's pumped up to the carburetor, but they ran this different hose from the backseat fuel tank. Cleetus and those guys did. So I'm just going to be able to pull that out and drop the fuel tank. So I'll check that out next, and that should make things a lot safer for hot work. And I'll also have to work on making some room back here. I might pull the axle out right now if I need to. It might make it a lot easier. So I'll check all that out right now. All right, let's see if I can get these to move at all. Man, the fillet neck looks nasty. There's got to be a lot of junk in there, and just kind of working it out. The way these are, the shield is captured in this strap, so even though this one was able to go out of the way, this one's stuck between, well, it's stuck through the shield that's between the transmission jack and the tank. So I'm just trying to get a gauge of how heavy it is, but just going to kind of work it out of here, and then we'll get to work from there. These things are a lot easier to deal with when they don't have a bunch of gasoline in them, but fortunately this one's not all the way full, or it'd be dumping out right there like that. Oh, cool, the vent's still one piece. Nice. Did not even realize that. That used to go up to the charcoal canister. Consequently, a lot of y'all might laugh at charcoal canisters, but they're not a bad thing. They just, if you're storing your car in your garage, just run your fuel tank vent to the charcoal canister and hook it up to your evaporative system properly. It doesn't mean you have to have a smog pump or anything like that, but it just keeps the fuel fume vapor from just leaching out into your garage. It's kind of nice. All right, here it is. See anything in there? Ew. We'll have to check out the inside of that tank later. right, so as you can see, I've got the slide hammer set back up. Got a pretty nice size washer in there with the appropriate nut for this. And I'm just going to work on pulling that inner piece level where it needs to go. And then I'll work on patching the kind of outer skin of the frame rail here. All right, so as you just saw, I patched that up. I didn't want to grind this weld back here down any further just because it seemed to be pretty thin metal right here. And to keep a little fillet will be nice and strong there, a little bit of that weld. I guess I could have just kept the weld bead all the way around, but I wanted to grind it down just so it looked more stock, I guess, but also wanted to make sure I didn't have any porosity in there, and it looks pretty good. So you also saw me clean everything up kind of in the area with that wire cup brush. That's just so I can spray a little paint on it, but I'm gonna wait until I grind this one off, this piece of angle, just so I can go ahead and touch up a little bit of paint just to protect the metal on either side at the same time. There it is. All right, so as y'all just saw, I got everything all painted up and just, you know, sprayed a little Rust-Oleum in that area just to keep it from rusting. But the those angle iron stanchions are totally out now, so there's only one thing left to do, and that is see how it sits without them. Oh, also, I wanted to point out when I was doing that welding, I used this super handy dandy grounding spot that you guys might recognize from Cleetus's video. So that's awesome. I thought it was kind of funny to use that same grounding spot, and since this is a unibody, you know, everything's grounded together. But put it down on the ground and we'll check out how it sits. All right, back on its own suspension. Let's check it out. All right, so Dolly's back on her feet, and I realized I wasn't sure if this was going to be an issue. This strap that I have holding the hatch on is actually interfering a little bit. I'm going to loosen that up. All right, cool. But sitting back down proper. I think the you know, the front's probably wedged up a little bit, just the way that front suspension travels. It needs to scrub a little bit to sit down, but I seem to remember the car sitting up in the front a little bit. Cool. So Dolly's not in wheelie mode anymore, but she's looking good, sitting down a little lower. Still got a lot of stuff to do. As y'all saw, I got new lenses for the side markers and turn signals in the front and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be doing a lot of that work on the channel in the next few episodes to come. So hope y'all tune back in for that. Also got a lot of other videos on the channel. I do a lot of race car fabrication. If you're a new viewer, build race cars and roll cages and chassis and stuff. So hope y'all enjoy all that stuff, and tune back in for more Dolly videos, which I'll hopefully be posting real soon. Dolly's looking really good. Can't wait to get the car a little more drivable so I can take it out to some events. So hopefully y'all can come out to see her, and that'll be a lot of fun. But see y'all next time. Y'all take care. Thanks again for watching, and thanks again to all the new subscribers and viewers that have come over from Cleetus's channel. I've really enjoyed watching the channel grow. This has been super awesome. Thanks again. Y'all take care. See you next time.